Have you ever walked away from a situation and thought, wait, did I just embarrass myself? And the answer is a loud, painful, yes, you did. But hey, don't worry, because we all do it. Not because we're evil. Not because we're weird. But because we mean well too well. Yes, sometimes the road to self-sabotage is paved with good intentions. You think you're being polite, helpful, or funny. But you're actually lowering your self-esteem, damaging your confidence, and giving people second-hand embarrassment. So today, I'm going to show you 10 things you need to stop doing. Not because they are sins or crimes, but because they secretly make you look desperate, insecure, or just socially clueless. Ready to cringe and learn? Let's dive in. 1. Greeting people while they are clearly busy or talking. Look, greeting people is a basic human courtesy, right? We all want to be seen as polite and respectful. But imagine this, you walk into a room. You see two people deep in conversation, hands flying, faces intense, and then you yell, "Hi John." Crickets. They don't hear you. Or worse, they glance your way, nod without even stopping the conversation, and go back to talking. Now you're just standing there, like a notification that got swiped away. The truth is, it's not about not greeting people. It's about when and how you do it. Interrupting people mid-conversation doesn't make you look nice. It makes you look socially unaware. Observe. Wait. Make eye contact. If they are free, go ahead. If not, hold your horses. 2. Laughing too hard at jokes that aren't funny. You ever laugh so hard at someone's joke and they stop and look at you like, relax. It wasn't that funny. And now, instead of blending in, you've spotlighted yourself as the "I'll laugh at anything" guy. Why do we do this? Because we think, if I laugh, they'll like me. But excessive laughter, especially when the joke is lame, actually screams insecurity. You're trying to buy acceptance with your dignity. Let me be blunt, you don't need to audition for friendship like it's America's Got Giggles. 3. Over-apologizing for everything. I'm sorry I bumped into your bag. I'm sorry my face exists. I'm sorry for apologizing too much. We've all met that person. Maybe we are that person. But here's the cold truth, when you keep apologizing unnecessarily, you train people to treat you like a walking doormat. Let me tell you about a friend named Rachel. Rachel would say sorry if it started raining. I once sneezed and she said sorry. I had to ask, "Rachel, did you cause the pollen?" Confidence starts with owning your space. You don't have to shrink every time the wind blows. Apologize when you genuinely wrong someone, not when you're just existing. 4. Oversharing personal stories too soon. We get it, you want to connect. But telling someone on the second day of knowing them that your ex broke your heart, your cat died, and you cry to Adele every Friday night, might not be the way. It's like trying to cook rice by throwing it into boiling water and pouring in the entire salt container. Too much, too soon, ruins everything. Build rapport. Test the emotional waters. People respect those who control their vulnerability, not those who throw it around like confetti. 5. Forcing your way into conversations that don't involve you. Ever seen someone try to jump into a group chat mid-laugh and say something completely off topic? It's like someone barging into a salsa dance and trying to twerk. Wrong beat, wrong timing, wrong vibe. If the conversation has no gap, no eye contact, no open body language, you were not invited. And forcing your way in doesn't make you part of the squad. It makes you that mosquito nobody wants to swat because it might make things awkward. Tip: wait. Nod. Be nearby. If someone pulls you in, that's your cue. If not, keep sipping your drink, champ. 6. Over-complimenting people to get their approval. Wow, you're so smart. And so beautiful. And I love your handwriting. And the way you breathe. Flawless. Stop. Please. Compliments should feel like gifts, not bribes. When you throw too many, it sounds like you're trying to buy attention. And honestly, it's kind of uncomfortable. Worse, people will stop trusting your compliments. They won't believe you even when you're genuine. Be sincere. Be selective. Otherwise, you're just flattering yourself into irrelevance. 7. Trying too hard to be the funny one. It's great to be funny. But when you try too hard, you start sounding like a broken clown machine. You know the type. Every sentence ends with a punchline, even when no one asked for one. True story, I once met a guy who turned everything into a joke. I said, "I'm feeling a bit tired today." He said, "Oh no, did your bed betray you again?" I stared blankly. My soul exited the chat. Humor is a tool, not your identity. Use it wisely. Don't wield it like a child with a chainsaw. 8. Volunteering for everything to be liked. People love helpful people. But when you're the first to raise your hand for everything, you start to look like you're not helping. You are auditioning for the most valuable doormat. One of my classmates used to volunteer for every single task. And guess what? She was always stressed, people dumped work on her, and no one even thanked her. Why? Because what you tolerate, you promote. Saying yes to everything doesn't make you kind, it makes you silently miserable. 9. Reacting too loudly in a quiet room. Ever been in a quiet room, someone says something mildly funny, and you burst out laughing like you just watched a Kevin Hart special? And everyone just turns slowly, like you kicked a puppy. Or you start clapping and realize no one else is. Now your soul is trying to escape through your feet. Read the room. Don't be the human version of a car alarm. 10. Bragging disguised as just sharing. I just got this new position. It's nothing really. Just head of the department. Oh, you know, I barely stuttered but I got an A. It's kind of embarrassing. Please. We can smell humble bragging from a mile away. It's like putting perfume on desperation. If you're proud of something, own it, but don't disguise it like you're doing us a favor by telling us. Confidence doesn't need applause. It shines quietly. Let me say this again, none of these things make you a bad person. They make you human. But self-awareness is what separates likable people from forgettable ones. So, which point hit you the hardest? Comment below. Let me know which of these you're guilty of. Or maybe which ones you're going to start watching out for. And hey, share this video with someone who definitely needs to stop clapping alone. You know who I mean. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell before you go, because embarrassing yourself online is totally fine. But missing my next video, now that would be a tragedy. Catch you in the next one.